This week in the Playback from WayBack, we're dealing with the iconic cult classic Pulp Fiction.
1994's Pulp Fiction.
Which is, I mean, Tarantino's first film. His claim to fame was Reservoir Dogs, but what skyrocketed him to, you know,
The big time.
The big time was Pulp Fiction. It was all over the news. Tarantino, this young filmmaker, came out of seemingly nowhere.
Obscurity. A guy used to work in a video store, you know what I mean?
I mean, he's the epitome of a fanboy.
He's got that overbite as well. He's got his chin coming out, and he's got a 6-year-old's teeth, which gives him a very particular look.
A very, very particular look. He looks like a bit like, you know, with that large chin, you know. My wife would call him Kenny G. Hey, I'm Matt.
And I'm Peach, and this week TMR presents
Playback from WayBack.
the Playback from WayBack.
You can't think of anything more iconic with a higher cult status than what Pulp Fiction is.
That's true. Pulp Fiction is probably one of the most watched, loved, and cult films since the Rocky Horror Picture Show.
Yes, absolutely. Great film.
It's a very good
Love
film.
Rocky Horror.
Absolutely. And
The next best role for Tim Curry,
Tim Curry is
next to It.
Yeah, that's true. Tim Curry will go down in the history books as Frankenfurter and It. That's
There we
it.
go. That's
Love
it.
me.
That's it.
And you know what? Hashtag no homo. Let me tell you, because you know what? Just because you like a film like the Rocky Horror Picture Show doesn't mean that you've got other ulterior motives or some cock. You know what I mean? Let's hope it's that way.
Sure.
You know.
Sure, PJ. The structure of Pulp Fiction is quite unconventional. You know, the way the story, you know, is constructed. Generally, there's Act 1, Act 2, Act 3, and it's just like you follow your hero throughout the story. And this is it's a very anthological take on things. It's a very small stories that all converge into one at the end. Very Guy Ritchie style, or his earlier work.
I suppose, eh?
You know,
Yeah.
Guy Ritchie is basically the British Tarantino, if you want to put it that way.
He could be the British Tarantino, but Matthew's right.
Not as gevaarlijk though.
This film is peppered with such interesting and well-written characters.
Absolutely. You got Mia Wallace, played by Uma Thurman,
Yep.
who is Marcellus Wallace's wife, who Vincent Vega, John Travolta, who is tasked to look after.
Yeah.
And
While
then,
he's away.
While he's away, and then, you know, shit happens.
All kinds, so much shit happens in
there.
this film.
So much shit happens. I actually can't mention everything in this film because
Yeah.
there's so much happens.
It's
I
actually-
mean,
it's
if you've
actually-
watched it, you know what I mean. If you haven't watched
Yeah,
it,
it's a massive shit.
there's something
story.
wrong with you.
Yeah, you might have, yeah.
You might have something wrong with you if you haven't watched
may
Pulp
have
Fiction
a
yet.
problem.
You may have a problem.
One of the many notable things of Pulp Fiction is that it has an ensemble cast, and it's something that we hadn't seen before. It was such a throwing together of these names.
Yeah, from out of nowhere.
From out of nowhere. I mean, suddenly
It's like they mix names in a hat and they
Yeah,
just stick
exactly.
names out. The main thing about Tarantino's films is it's never really the plot. I mean, the plot obviously moves the stuff,
But
moves the thing forward, but it's the characters.
it's the characters and the dialogue, man.
And the dialogue. I mean, that is what I think that's what Tarantino is known for the best, is his iconic dialogue and his
true,
iconic characters that he writes. Tarantino came along, put his own spin on the film industry, and people argue about this all the time. A lot of people feel that Tarantino's a hack because he just steals.
Yeah,
He steals. But I don't think he
Takes an
steals.
idea.
He borrows from
he borrows
all the
from-
films that is his favorite films.
The guy sat in a video store for years, so what else do you do in a video store aside from schommel under the desk and watch movies? You know what I mean? Maybe if you're lucky, you'll have a nice girl by your side.
Maybe.
Who's gonna be your video store assistant. You can only open pray, but let's face it, baby, this is real life.
Yeah, that doesn't happen.
That doesn't happen in the movie, brother. So you know what? You probably gonna be seated with some bouillon lighty sitting over there. Purple face. Who's probably gonna be
Talking about how Citizen Kane is his favorite movie.
and also jerking off on the other side of the counter.
Horrible.
So you
Stay on your side!
So you sick bastard, you're gonna be involved in group schooling.
Horrible.
That's terrible. Don't forget, Matthew, that what's that film that you like so much, directed by Oliver Stone, 1994.
Natural Born Killers.
Natural Killers. That was his script as well.
That was he penned it. He penned True Romance as well, a Tony Scott film.
Oh, True Romance, which is also something we need to do on the Playback from
Absolutely.
WayBack. It's Christian, but it's
Christian Slater.
Christian Slater, absolutely
Brilliant.
Christian Slater. Christian Slater actually doing a good job and not doing what he's doing now.
Yeah.
You know, which is.
Hey, he's in Mr. Robot. If you watch Mr. Robot,
Yeah, but
then you know
but-
he's getting there. He's
But
getting
finally, it's a return to form.
return to form,
after he's
yeah.
been catching on all kinds of cuck.
Yeah, I don't know
making
what cuck.
all, he's catching on so much cuck that everyone just goes, you know what, I'm not touching Christian.
Yeah, they
Slater.
see Christian
Keep-
Slater and
they keep
like,
away.
change the channel.
Yeah, exactly. But you know what? That's the thing, Matthew. That's the thing about Pulp Fiction is that it revived the careers of quite a few actors. John
Yes.
Travolta being number one.
Oof,
We
yes.
all know what happened to Travolta, right? You know what happened to him. He was on Look Who's Talking 5 or something.
Look who's talking now again.
and later and older, you know what I mean?
Yes.
He was banging out Luke. He was loving there batting for Look Who's Talking like there's no tomorrow.
Him and Kirstie Alley,
Him and Kirstie Alley, you know, before. Yeah. Anyway, career-wise, Travolta was no one wanted to touch Travolta. Even
No.
Travolta is with Christians. Anyway, point is Travolta was clunking.
And Tarantino said, come
Yeah,
here,
come here, my boy,
I
come
got
here.
something for you.
Yeah, come here, laddie, eat the
There we
sweet,
go.
you know.
So it revived Travolta's career to the max. And
Yeah,
and it
skyrocketed his career.
skyrocketed him
Yeah.
to fame.
Absolutely.
Well, the fame that he had already, but took him further.
It took him further.
what roles did he have after that?
After Pulp Fiction, Travolta just started fighting off. He came up with Broken Arrow, Phenomena, Face Off.
Oh,
You know,
all fantastic
all
films.
fantastic.
All his
classic-
best films
all his-
basically
yeah,
came
all
after.
Pulp Fiction. The sad part is that he might need some some
Yeah.
Tarantino magic.
Absolutely. I mean,
Let's face
I
it,
think Tarantino, his next film, whatever it is,
he needs to
he needs to involve Travolta somehow.
Don't for a second think that just because you got a bunch of just actors up there, you're gonna have a just product.
Yeah.
I've seen Hollywood is littered with ensemble movies where you've got great actors just catching
And it
on.
just
cuck.
fell on his face.
Fell on
And
its back.
I think that is where Tarantino where he really shines, is that he can actually take, on the other hand, he can take an actor that might not be a very good actor and just make them brilliant. You know what I mean?
Give them the right lines.
Give them the right lines, give them the character that they need
Exactly.
to portray their acting capabilities.
That's true, eh?
Just to list another few Tarantino films is absolutely brilliant, and you have to watch them if you haven't already. Is obviously Kill Bill Volume 1 and Volume 2. We've got Inglourious Bastards, which I absolutely love. PJ's quite indifferent to that. Cuckstick. Django Unchained,
Brilliant.
which was Jamie Foxx, which was actually written for Will Smith. Will Smith said, you know what I'm gonna do? After Earth. If there was one film, or two films actually, of Tarantino's films that I might say
And they are.
fell short of the Tarantino's glory. I mean, it's still better than most films, but PJ mentioned to me earlier that Tarantino peaked so early in his career, you know, and I think he peaked with Pulp Fiction.
No, absolutely.
We believe.
Yeah.
And where there was noticeable dips after that. I think the actual dip actually, there was one dip, was Jackie Brown. Yeah.
Jackie Brown was a moose dip. A moose.
It was a moose dip.
It's forgettable.
It is forgettable. I literally can't remember that film. I believe he returned to form with Kill Bill Volume 1 and Volume 2.
I don't know. I'm a bit indifferent.
PJ doesn't like Kill
I'm a
Bill.
bit
Who
indifferent.
doesn't like Kill Bill?
Kill Bill.
PJ.
I'm sorry, I don't like Kill Bill.
Yes.
But you know what? I love Django Unchained. Unchained. In my opinion, Django Unchained is the closest Tarantino has come to recapturing that Pulp Fiction glory. One of the final things I think which is worth mentioning is obviously the addition of Christopher Walken. You know.
Oh, yes, yes.
Now that guy's acting did not need rejuvenation.
Not at all, not at all. His career, his career was pretty good in the beginning. You know, the roles like in Deer Hunter and stuff like that, and King of New York.
Yeah, absolutely.
And this was more of like a cameo appearance.
Yeah, but a memorable cameo.
memorable one. And I think this might have been his first kind of quirky cameo that he's done, and that he has done. He's done many subsequent cameos.
Sort of set the stage, really.
Yes, absolutely.
These days, every Dick, Tom, and Harry can do a Christopher Walken impersonation. It's a dime a dozen.
PJ does a mean Christopher
I
Walken.
do. Okay, man, Matthew.
He does a
thank you.
very
That's
good
very
one.
nice of you to say. But you need to feel Walken when you want to be Walken. You need to like. I'm talking a lot of cut, but it's very simple. So if you want to talk like Christopher Walken, all you need to do, chaps, is come onto the scene and say things like, 5 long years I had that watch up my ass.
5 long years. Your dad wore a watch up his ass.
Up his ass.
Up his ass.
Up his ass. He died of dysentery. He gave me the watch.
I wear a watch 3 years up my ass. I'm going to walk.
And remember that.
It's
Okay?
classic monologue that he gives. He basically tells little Bruce Willis is the younger character.
He's basically saying this watch is bloody important and you need to look after it because it was in your dad's hall, in my hall, and if you're not careful, it might be up your hall too.
So it's that time to give it a score. And frankly, I'm pleased to announce that for me and for PJ, on our ever long quest for the perfect film.
Which seems to happen quite often on the PlayBack.
It seems to happen a lot on the PlayBack. But we try and do classic films on the PlayBack From WayBack. So we're always going to give high scores for these films.
Yeah, exactly. Because we're not giving you cut.
We don't want to give you cut films.
Yeah, we just want to show it, like we said before, push you in the right direction.
In the right direction. There we go.
In there.
Exactly. You know what I mean? And Pulp Fiction, for me, Tarantino's best film. And probably one of the best films that came out of the 90s. Easily 10 out of 10, hands down. I have nothing bad to say about Pulp Fiction. And that's it this week for the PlayBack From WayBack. Thanks again for watching, guys, and thanks for always taking the time to like, comment, and share our videos. We really appreciate it.
We always do, boys and girls. We'll see you 2 weeks from now on the next PlayBack From WayBack.
Ja, nee, kwaai.
Goed zo.